Hello, my dear students. Welcome back to the lecture. So in this lecture, we'll see how the rate analysis is done for the RCC work. Okay, that is for M20 grade of concrete. So you have to go to 5.1.2. So I'll go to that 5.1.2. It may be somewhere here. Okay, so let me check with that 5.1.2. Enter. Okay, so this is DSR. I'll go with this 5.1.2. You have to look for DR. Okay, detailed 5.1.2. Okay, I think this one. Yeah, yeah, this one. Okay. So whatever you can see here, I'll just copy this and I'm going to paste it here. The same thing I've done it here. Okay. You can see the same thing, isn't it? Now, first we'll do it for 1 cubic meter. For 1 cubic meter, what is the cost that we are supposed to look into? Now, one thing you're supposed to remember, that is whatever units they have given it here, right? This is up to the plinth level. You can see this is up to plinth level. After plinth level, if you want to do anything, then you have to follow a separate rate analysis to that. Okay, now whatever rate we are getting, this is only up to the plinth level, because if you go for first floor, second floor and all, since your floor height increases, the material, this thing, the labor cost also increases. So based on that, the different rate analysis has been done. Okay, but right now consider that only up to the plinth level I'm trying to do it. Simple. Okay, great. So I'll start with this now. In the material what all I require a stone aggregate. Since it's a M20 grade of concrete, I'll be using a 20 mm aggregate and I'll be using a 10 mm aggregate. Okay. Now here they are given 0.57 and here they are given 0.28. So again, if you add both 0.57 and 0.28, it will be 0.85. Okay. Now I'll explain you how did this 0.85 come into picture. Okay. Yeah. Then after that, first I'll finish all these things. Yeah. Then come to the rate. I told you, go to the market and check. Ask with your local people who is supplying the stone aggregate. Like for 1 cubic meter of a stone aggregate, how much do you charge? So according to the rate what I made, I think for this I haven't made any rate. No problem. You check what is the rate going on in the market. But I'll take the rate according to DSR now. So it is 1400 rupees per cubic meter if I want to procure stone aggregate of 20 mm. Similarly, if I want to procure stone aggregate of 10 mm, it will cost me 1350. So whatever rate is going on in your area, try to take that rate and do it. Suppose you said, sir, in my area, they are charging me 1500 rupees per cubic meter. You enter 1500 here. Okay, for 10 mm, if they are charging you 1350, you put 1350 here. But right now, whatever is given in the DSR, same I'm going to follow. So I'll put 1400 here. You don't have to worry. Okay, good. Now, carriage of stone aggregate. Carriage of stone aggregate means, let us say you're working here. This is your site. This is a place where your construction is going to happen and you're procuring this aggregate from this particular place, right? From this place to this place, your aggregate has to reach. So when it reaches, it will come by a truck, right? So for the truck, you have to pay a transportation cost. So that will come in the carriage of stone aggregate. Now, how do you calculate this carriage of stone aggregate? So for example, let us say, I'll go with the same logic. Let us say you have brought a truck which has 5000 kg of, let us say it has 5000, or let us say it has, let us say 10 cubic meter 10 cubic meter of aggregate, and is telling in order to transport 10 cubic meter of aggregate from place A to place B, he is charging you, let us say 2000 rupees. He's charging you 2000 rupees. So for 10 cubic meter, if he's charging me 2000 rupees, for 1 cubic meter, how much it will be? It will be, for 1 cubic meter, it will be 200 rupees. Agree with me? It will be 200 rupees for 1 cubic meter. So whatever you are getting, here it is in cubic meter, isn't it? Where is that? The carriage of stone aggregate, this part. It is cubic meter unit. I'll put 200 here. Okay. This is according to me. But in DSR, they are given 163. See, this value is never a constant because it depends from which area you are procuring. Right now, I've taken like from here to here, the distance is, let us say, some 10 kilometer. Tomorrow, you may get a situation where the distance between your site and the place from where you procure the aggregates is almost like 25 kilometer. The moment the kilometer increases, your transportation cost also increases. So you don't be under the impression that always 200 will be the answer. No, it all depends from where you're procuring it. Suppose if you're procuring it from a very small distance, let us say within a 1 kilometer radius, if you're getting it, then obviously this rate will come down. Instead of 200, this may come down to some 50 rupees. Getting my point? So totally depends on you from where you're bringing the aggregates. Got it? Fine. Now come to the main point. Like, how did I get this 0.85? It's very simple. So right now, whatever I'm doing is for which one? 1 is to 1.5 is to 3, right? So if you do that conversion, 1.54 multiplied by 1 for 1 cubic meter, and here the aggregate ratio is how much? 3. And this you divide by total ratio. So total ratio is 1 plus 1.5 plus 3. Try to do this calculation and tell me what is the answer you're supposed to get. Okay. So let me do that. 1.54, if I multiply by 3, it is 4.62. And if I divide this 4.62 by 5.5, I'm getting 0.84. Try to do this calculation. You should get 0.84. Same thing I got here. You see, these people have written 0.85. Got it? And then they are bifurcated. In that 57% will be your 20 mm and 10 mm will be 28%. That bifurcation you can do it later. Got it? No? That's it. Simple. Now come to the next point. Next is what? Coarse sand. Coarse sand per cubic meter they'll charge you. It is 0.425. Let us say in the market my sand is available for 1500 rupees per cubic meter. So my quantity is 0.425. So you just multiply 0.425 into 1500. You'll get 637. Again, the same question comes in your mind. From where did I get this 0.425? Do the same calculation. 1.54 multiply by 1. This time my sand ratio is 1.5. Multiply by 1.5 and divide by the total ratio, which is 5.5. Try to do this calculation. You should get 0.425, and the same thing they have written it directly here. So being a quantity surveyor or being a engineer, you should know from where the values are coming. 0.425 from where it is coming, 0.85 from where it is coming. If you know this, doing this thing is not a big issue. Okay, you cannot say that everything is given in the code book. You should know from where the answers are coming out. Good. Right. So now coming to the carriage of coarse sand. Again, carriage of coarse sand is also same, because aggregate and sand, maybe you bring it from the same vendor or from the same person. So if he's charging you 200 rupees for the aggregate, even for the sand also, usually it will be 200 rupees only. So I'll put 200. Okay, fine. Now come to the Portland cement. So cement, how you are getting 0.283? Very simple. So what you're supposed to do, 1.54. Okay, anyhow, I'll do it here now directly. So what I'll do is 1.54. Okay, 1.54. I'll multiply for 1 cubic meter, and here cement ratio is 1 divided by total ratios. My total ratio is how much? 5.5. If I do this, no, I'll get 0.28. You can see 0.28. Same thing you got here, 0.283. Now come to the tons. So tons, your cement is measured in tons. So it's written 0.4 here. And this is a rate what they're given. How did you get this 0.4? It's again very simple. So this is 0.28 cubic meter, but I want number of bag. To find the number of bag, total volume, I'll divide by the volume of one bag, which is 0.0347. This is a 0.0347 is a volume of 150 kg bag. So it comes out to be 8.06 bags. Okay. And we know that in 1 ton, we require 20 bags. Okay. So that means number of bags, I'll multiply the weight of one bag. The weight of one bag is 50. And in 1 ton, I require 20 bags. So if I do this, how much I'm getting? 8,000. Okay, what I'm getting? Getting different answer, no? Wait. How? Okay. Wait, I think I've done small mistake. Anyhow, see 0.28 we got. So this, okay. This is number of bags I got. 8.06. Okay, 8.06 is a bag what I got. So what I'll do? 8.06 multiply by 50 I'll do. Yeah. 403 kg I got, but I want the answer in tons. So what I'll do? Whatever answer I got, I'll divide it by 1000. So now I'll get in tons. So it is 0.40. The same thing you can see here. 0.40 is what they have written. Now come to the cement price. So these people have put the cement price 500 rupees per ton. So usually if you go to the market, one bag of cement, I'll write it here. Okay. Usually if you go to the market, one bag of cement will cost you 400 rupees. And in 1 ton, 20 bags will come. So out of that, that means in 1 ton, one bag is 400. If I multiply this by 20 bags, so for a single ton, the cost will be 8,000 rupees. So I should input 8,000 here. But in DSR, it is in, they have done an input of 5,000, because when you do the rate analysis, or when you procure the materials, no, you procure it in a wholesale quantity. You don't procure, I want 2 bags and all. You procure like 1,000, 10,000 bags of cement and all. So in that case, the person will give you a discount on that. Okay, he'll say, okay, since you're taking with me in a large quantity, will instead of taking 400 rupees for a single bag, I'll take 250 rupees from you. So based on that, what will happen if it is 250 and in 1 ton if I require 20 bags, so my cost will come down to 5,000. That is how this 5,000 has come into existence. Okay, now I told you an example, but this may not be the case all the time. It all depends from where you're procuring the cement, what is the rate that you're going to get your cement for. But still, to understand the concept, I'll put 5,000 here because that is what is given here. And I've explained you from how did I get this 5,000. So 5,000, you multiply zero point 0.4 into 5,000 is 2,000 rupees. Now carriage of cement. Again, carriage of cement also I'll put 200 rupees. It's again carriage of cement. Already I've explained you. It's not 200. For example, let us say in 1 ton I require 20 bag, and to procure one bag, we will this labor will charge you, or the transportation cost will be 15 rupees per bag. So it will come out to be 300. So I'll do an input of 300 here. Getting my point? No? Now again, see this 15 rupees what I put, this is in my place. Okay, or maybe the place from where I procure the concrete, from where I procure the cement, it will charge me 15 rupees per bag. In your place, you may get it for 12 rupees or 10 rupees. In that case, you multiply this by 10 or 12. So again, this whatever rate we are going to put, it is totally depending on you and in your place and how you are supposed to do it. Okay, anyhow, the rate will come down to 120. After that, I require a labor. In that, I have a mason, beldar, and bisti. So mason will be helping you in doing the concreting work. His unit is 0.17 per day. He'll take you 749 rupees. I've taken the rate directly from DSR. You check what is the market value for the mason per day. If it comes to work, he'll take minimum 800 rupees from us. Beldar will take you 645 rupees. Bisti is a person one who adds water. Okay, if you're preparing a concrete, you want a person to add a water, isn't it? Got it? So he'll take his unit is 0.9. He'll take 714 rupees, something like that. I mean, when I say I've already done a chart here, again, I'll not go back and pick those rates. I've already done these rates, but you do your own rates, and I'm just explaining you how it has to be done. Rest you do it on your own. Okay, I mean, I'm able to explain you most of the things here. Just you have to put a value here. Okay. Next is higher charges of concrete mixer. You require a concrete mixer, isn't it? So again, the unit is 0.07. If I procure or if I take a mixer machine for 1 day, so the contractor or the someone who is going to give me a machine will charge me 800 rupees per day. So 0.07 into 800 comes out to be 56 rupees per cubic meter. Vibrator, you can take 350 rupees per day. So it will cost you 24.50 rupees. So come to the sunrise. So sunrise again, they have put a lump sum. Maybe some additional cost will occur. So these people have put 30 rupees over that. So now you do the total. So total will be add everything on this. So this will be your total. Now on this we'll add 1% water charges. We'll add a GST, that is a tax, which is 14.5%. So it will come out to be 902, and I'll add both the thing. It will be C here. Add 15% contractor profit. Now, if you feel like, no, I don't want to take 15% on as a profit on this, you can even make it to 10% also. Instead of 15%, make it as 10%. Finish. And now finally the rate, finally it will be 8,057. Add 1% cess on that. It will be 80.58. So total it will be how much? 8138.35 cost for 1 cubic meter of M20 grade of concrete. So go to your BOQ. Right now, we don't have any M20 grade of concrete. I think we have a M20 grade of concrete. Yeah. So this is my M20 grade of concrete. Okay. This is M20. What is the price I got here? So the price what I got is, yeah, I got 8138. Okay. I got 8138. So I'll come here. I'll put 8138 here. Okay, up to ground, no, 8138. According to that, I got a rate here. Similarly, if you want to put this in dollars, you just change it. I'll put it in dollars if you want. This rate, I'll divide it by 80. So it will cost me $101. If I want to do 1 cubic meter of the RCC work of M20 grade of concrete, it will cost me $101. Got it? So in this way, you're supposed to do the rate analysis. So try to do it. I've explained you all the things. Other things, this rate, whatever you have, no, it totally depends on you how you want to put. The more the rate you put, the more the cost will come. The lesser the rate you put, the lesser the cost will come. But again, you need to check whether you are getting a profit out of it or not. So that is what the main game of rate analysis is all about. Okay, great. So I hope you have enjoyed my lecture up to here. You got an idea like how these things are supposed to be done. So in the next lecture, we'll do the same RCC quantity for M25 grade of concrete. Okay, and we'll see how it has to be understood. So that is how, and after that, we'll see again for M25 grade above the plinth level. Up to here, we did up to plinth level. Above plinth level, if you are supposed to do, what will be the additional cost which will come into play? That also will get into that. Okay, so the main intention is just to go through this what do you call DSR what I have given, so that you understand how these rates are coming, so that you get an idea. Okay, great. Anyhow, later I told you these are not the final prices. Again, you need to check into the market, what is going on in the market, what are the rates that your competitor people are taking. Based on that, you're supposed to do the rate analysis. Anyhow, you got an idea. So we'll see you back in the next lecture.